Ladies and gentlemen of the wormhole, are you ready to have a great time tonight? Let me hear you motherfuckers say it like you mean it. Are you ready to have a great time tonight? All right, first, I have an important message from your boss. Break room etiquette. It's really not that difficult. Next slide. It's going to happen eventually, folks. What is the break room? I'm glad you asked. It's sacred, and it is beautiful, and some people have not been respecting that. What can we do about it? Cut this shit out, clearly. It's gone on for too long, and it needs to fucking stop. Who is the culprit? Well, what are you? A filthy, disgusting animal with no shame. What this right here is an animal much like yourself. It's what you're acting like. It just wants a bone. Apparently that bone is in the middle of my leftover chicken tenders, Susan. I see what you do, and I don't like it. Banned from the break room. Very concise, cohesive list. Bill, microwave fish incident. Hey, next time eat it cold, asshole. It's called sushi or what the fuck ever. Much as you won't shut up about that anime, Bill, I think you'd know what sushi tastes like. Kathy, steals leftovers, no shame. Like a goddamn animal, we've been over this. I do not need to repeat myself. Woof, woof, bark, bark. That's you. Doug, I'm not sure why, but I don't trust him. He's got these weird little eyes like a fish. Like they don't look at the same thing. And this has been a message from your boss. Questions or concerns? Go fuck yourself. I'm dead fucking serious. He told me to tell you that. He's not here right now. He is on vacation. He's a coward. This has been an important message from your boss. All right. Now for an important message from me. I love you guys. I see you all here. I think we're going to have a great show. Got a couple of open tables up here. I'm not going to push it, but I'd love to see your pearly whites in them. That's your teeth. Don't get any creepy ideas. All right. Before we begin, a couple of important messages. This show and my entire lifestyle are sponsored by the band Sublime. I'm contractually obligated to say that. I'm also obligated to say their slogan, hey, when was the last time you smoked pot out of a soda can? We can fix that. Welcome to the family. With arms wide fucking open. No, that was Creed. Okay. This is business as usual. This is a show I began when I realized that college was never going to happen, and instead I'm going to acquire a long list of odd jobs that make me look like some sort of supporting character in an American novel. And then he worked in a factory, and then he made hamburgers. What a real American. It's because I entered the job market at the height of the recession, the worst economic times we have ever seen. And I survived. I assume you did as well. I don't know what you were doing back then, but you look fine now. I can tell you that. I survived the recession, folks, and I can tell you that based on this. Before I got my first job, I applied to work in a hat kiosk in the mall. And when I got to meet the manager, I was very nervous, like too nervous. I was like first time going on stage nervous to meet a man in charge of a kiosk. This is a guy whose responsibility and livelihood can be moved a little bit to the right if something important's happening over here. Maybe the sharper image needs to demo a helicopter. Yeah, can you just move your hats? Thank you. But I was nervous to meet him. I'm sweating bullets, and I'm doing something I don't think any of you have ever done in your entire life. I'm sitting in my car, and I'm saying, I'm so fucking stupid, I should have worn a hat to this interview. I'm gonna look like a fool out there. Oh, I'm gonna look like I don't know the inventory coming in there plain-headed and bald to God's eyes. So I'm walking through the mall, and I'm running through myself through what I call the three-headed hydra of employment. Head number one, I am punctual. Look at what time I got here. Head number two, I will do anything you say because I don't know better. I'm 16. Head number three, I am not judging you. I know you're in charge of a kiosk, but I swear to God, I'm not judging you. I feel like you need to tell those people that. So I'm walking through the mall, and there's this thing you do when you go to a real job interview, where you walk through a door, you shake a guy's hand, and he brings you into his office, and then like he leaves someone in charge of the sales floor. This is Jake's big day. Go get him, Jake. Go sell those laptops. But when you apply to a job at a kiosk, you just kind of make eye contact with the guy from 1,000 yards like two cowboys at high noon. And you walk on over there, and then he takes you to the other side of the kiosk. This is the manager's side of the stand. This is his office. This is where business happens. Who does he leave in charge of the stand? Nobody. He can see the whole mall from here. Let's not make any exaggerations about what we're dealing with. And he asked me the hardest question I've ever heard in my entire life. He said, "How was your day?" but I came up with the perfect response. I said, how was my day? It was pretty great, but I usually wear way more hats than this. I didn't get the job. I didn't get the job. I don't know. So you can tell I'm great at interviews. I can teach you some interview tips to land you the job of your dream. I don't know why I pointed that way like the job's over there. Hey, have you ever wanted to be the wall at the wormhole? I can make that happen. Have you ever wanted to be like a computer loading me? What the fuck am I performing in front of? This is amazing. Kyle Gillis, live in person, in front of screensavers. This is one for the ages, specifically 98 and 99. All right. It does look kind of businessy. Performing live in front of Kathy's desktop. Fuck you, don't touch my leftovers tour. Okay. Interview tips, that's what we were talking about. I'm gonna give you, yeah, I know some of you were waiting with bated breath. Okay, well, I'm gonna hook you up with that dream job right now. When you walk in for a job interview, you should wait till before you leave to clean your fingernails with a knife. I know that now. Egg on my face, you know, knives in my fingernails, whatever. They might think you were too knifey to be their cashier. I know that now. Hey, I don't know if this guy has any retail experience, but he sure has experience with a shipyard brawl. Maybe I should keep him on retainer. That did better here than it does in Atlanta. Apparently Savannah knows a thing or two about shipyard brawls. I could have guessed that. I could have guessed that. Oh, man. So I finally landed the job of my dreams when I was 17, and it was yanked away from me. I was an independent contractor making balloon animals in a Chili's. And I thought I had peaked early. And I watched 7 days worth of the training program DVDs, and I went to my first gig, and I think I'm crushing it. I'm making swords, I'm making hats, I'm making mostly those because I sell suggestively to the things I learned. At the end of the night, I think it went great. I made $30 whole, just crushing life. And then the next morning, I get a phone call that I'd been fired. I got many complaints. It turns out, here's what happened. They sent me to the wrong Chili's, and then nobody told me. For like 4 hours, they're just letting me make balloon animals for their patrons with no knowledge of why did they let me do that? They could have stopped me at any time. It is their restaurant. But they're giving me the light like an open mic comedian, like he knows he should stop this now, right? No. And what makes matters worse is there was a second Chili's in Ackworth, Georgia that's like, where the fuck is Kyle? You ever had such a bad first day of work you disappointed 2 Chili's simultaneously? I didn't know that was possible. I'm the biggest failure in the history of balloons. Except for everyone who's succeeding at making balloon animals. That was just me. I still have the recall though, like I can still make you a monkey, I can make you a dog, I can make you a monkey or dog with a sword, and that's it. That is it. You want a motorcycle, I can teach you how to fuck yourself if you haven't learned by now. It's easy shit. Okay, before I get the rest of this show on the road, I want to tell you about my dream job. That job where if stand-up doesn't work, here's like number 2 coolest profession. I want to be an inventor. I want to start my workday, and when I'm done, new shit exists. That sounds awesome. You know what the best invention in the history of America is? Nobody? Pocket pussy. Easy. Pocket pussy, fleshlight, boys, you know what I'm talking about. You may not own one, but you know what it is. I don't even have one. I just think it's amazing it exists. For there to be a pocket pussy, those girls just cheers to pocket pussy. Like, hey, sister, give the old girl a day off. That's what I'm saying. Leave it to the machines. These fucking machines are replacing us. You can order a chicken wrap off a computer at McDonald's and you can fuck a flashlight. Why do we even need people? Not a people person, order a burger from a machine and just fuck a flashlight. No, I think it's amazing that they exist because for there to be a pocket pussy in production, that means a guy came up with it and then told a second person. I would have never thought of that last part. That secret would have died with me. It would have said, here lies Kyle. Great comedian, great dude, apparently an inventor. Didn't know that one. Invested in large headstones the world over. Okay. Or a really tiny font. Okay. Hey Kyle, what's your comedic style? Bits that are too specific with tangents in between. Oh, hey Kyle, how well do you describe your sets? Very accurately. Does it derail the show? Absolutely. So, One guy invented a pocket pussy, told the second person, and you knew he was a dick about it. No one was timid about that presentation. Like, maybe we could just try fucking an inanimate object. Maybe. No, he walked in, he was like, hey, Charlie, you got an advertising degree, right? I need a hell of a commercial. Okay, accounting, same shit, shut up. Okay. You were all college smart, but you were acting like a fucking idiot, not hearing what I have to say. Okay. So I got this old Pringles can of fuck. Well, there's no Pringles in it, stupid. That would be disgusting. I ate those first for me time. I'm fucking the Pringles. Well, yeah, there's old dryer sheets literally in it. Well, yeah, they get dirty. I'm fucking an old Pringles can full of dryer sheets. If you're fucking a Pringles can full of dryer sheets and you don't even finish, I gotta teach you some technique. I thought you went to college. What did they teach you in advertising school? Accounting, same shit. Okay. Got this Pringles can of fuck. I want to know if there's money in it. Not literally in it, stupids. I already told you about the dryer sheets. I want to see if it catches on, and it did. And now Charlie is fucking standing on the ledge of a bridge somewhere like, I should have invested in pocket pussies. God bless him. Oh, man, you guys are great. You guys ready to see something fantastic? This show is a whole lot like what you've just seen, but hopefully more on topic. I hope people do a higher standard than myself. It's called management. This first guy is management material. He did it at comedy. He's crushing it at car wash management. You are the fucking man. This guy is a Savannah legend, an Atlanta local, and one of my best friends in comedy. Put your hands together for Dedrick Flynn.
Yeah, I'm fairly decent at my job. I think my job came through appropriation. I don't think they was looking for me to be the face of the car wash industry. Not at all. I don't have nothing together in my life to be a management position anyway. As a matter of fact, it's been hot as shit all week, okay? I work outside all week. And so when I went and I got in my car, it has no AC. It was 215 degrees in my car. I was almost a whole melted puddle of chocolate with clothes on. I said, this shit is too goddamn hot. I hate this shit. Why have I not fixed my AC? Because I drink too much because I work at a motherfucking car wash. I said, fuck this shit. I'm gonna walk home. It's hotter in my car than it is outside. I'm only 2 miles away. Let's do this, Dedrick. Okay. 0.6 to the first mile, I realized that was the dumbest decision I ever made in my life. Why the fuck did I do that? That's so fucking stupid. Why the fuck did I even do that? I was sweating. It was terrible. And then what happened was that like I see mirages, but I knew that there was a Papa John's right here. And I said, you know what? I should be able to order a pizza for delivery and just ride home with that motherfucker. It makes sense. They charge you $2.50 extra for delivery fee. Let a nigga in. So I did. I ordered my pizza. I even tipped on the card. I waited for him to come outside. 10 minutes, he came out, so slicing like pizza coming in. I said, hey man, is that for Dedrick? He said, yeah. I said, I'm Dedrick. The motherfucker tried to hand me the pizza. I was like, no, nigga, that shit say 675 for a Bedford Road. We all going to 675 for a Bedford Road. And I pushed his pizza back at him. He said, I can't do that. I said, nigga, you was going there anyway. You already had the plan. You already got the tip. You want the tip back? What the fuck? Just drive, okay? Just pretend I'm not even in the fucking back seat. Let's go. I gotta get home. He went and got his manager. Manager said no. Fuck Papa John's. Fuck Peyton Manning. I'm glad he retired, okay? They ain't looking out for the little people, all right? That's bad business. It's bullshit. The Domino's dude, he was cool as fuck, though. He was high as hell when he came out. Y'all should have saw him. He walked out. I was like, yo, is that for Dedrick? He was like, yeah. Yeah, man, how do you know that, man? I said, I'm Dedrick. He was like, it can't be. It says delivery. The ticket says delivery, dude. Carry-out's like right there, man. You can't do shit like that, dude. They charge you extra, man. Don't be lazy. I was like, nah, man, I need a ride home. He said, oh, well, shit. Just ride with me then, man. I was going there anyway. So I got in his car. He was like, yo, you smoke? I said, I told you my AC don't work. Yes, nigga, I smoke. Best weed I ever had in my life, right there. Also, do you know Domino's sells sub sandwiches? Parmesan cheese, Philly cheesesteak, a little Parmesan, little bites they got going on. I don't work for Domino's, but I fucks with them. You see what I'm saying? They look out for the little guy. Good business. Business is all about making money, 100%. And yet, then you start robbing a lot of y'all stupid motherfuckers. I'll tell you what happened. My friend came to me, he was like, Dedrick, man, I know you're trying to get in shape. I got some diet pills. I've been taking them, they work. I said, how much are they? He was like, $65. I said, $65? They better motherfucking work. I feel like Michael B. Jordan tomorrow. Let's go, okay? He said, look at them. I said, let me read the back, okay? It said, these only work through diet and exercise. You would have lost weight anyway through diet and exercise. These pills do fucking nothing, you stupid motherfucker. Are you serious? And I was like, you know what, Dedrick? We should sell our own pills. What we gonna do, Dedrick? Let me tell you, Dedrick. Okay, tell me, Dedrick. We're here, Dedrick. Okay, cool. What we gonna do? We gonna sell relationship pills. $200. What it is that you don't let nobody affect your relationship and you don't fuck anybody else. Take them twice a day. If y'all need some, my homeboy Reggie in the back making bottles as we speak. You got any other kind of pills, Dedrick? I got no drama pills right now. I got no drama pills on me right now. How does that entail? You mind your own motherfucking business at all times. And you don't fuck anybody else. You see what I'm saying? My homeboy Reggie in the back making pills as we speak. Holla at him. $15 to $200, we don't know yet. Sir, what's the problem you got going on in your life?
No money.
No money. I got some get a job pills, okay? It's where you put in an application and then you be nice to people. Shit's crazy, son. My homeboy Reggie in the back making boxes as we speak. See him back there, okay? Ma'am, what's the problem you got going on in your life? Whining baby? I got some kill that baby pills. I just play. I got some get them in order pills. You ready? Either give them some Benadryl or get them a whooping. That shit. Take them twice a day. My homeboy Reggie in the back making pills as we speak. $15 to $200. See him in the back. Ma'am, what's happening? How you doing? Dedrick, what's your problem? Not making your mind up. Okay, I got some pills coming for you. All right? You gotta, what you gotta do is you gotta get to learn your own mother self more, okay? All right? And then eat an ice cream sundae, all right? Shit's delicious. I go on dates with myself all the time. Shit's dope. You look sad. What's up? No, you do look sad. Don't blame me. Huh? You need to get laid tonight. Okay. First thing, don't wear cargo shorts. Not gonna help. Not gonna help. Whatever that is. Immediately go home. You came out way too comfortable. You must be with her. That's here at that stage. You got on the sweatpants of white people right now. That's just crazy. That's just. Either you got on Jesus shoes or you got on flip flops. Let me see. What's going on? He got on Jesus shoes. I told you guys Jesus. show you how to get laid. All right, this is what you do, right? I'm gonna tell you right now. 2 things. My homeboy Reggie in the back making the pills as we speak, okay? You ready? Buy her a bunch of stuff and shut the fuck up. That's it. That's all you got. I guarantee you, she love it when you're quiet. Shit's crazy. She don't. Stop wearing cargo shorts and Jesus shoes, man. You can't. That's the best thing that ever happened to me. That joke wouldn't have worked if it wasn't for you. I love you, Chad. I don't know what you. What's your real name? What's your real name? Same thing. So, no, thank y'all so much. If y'all had a good time, let me get a scoop. Whoop! All right, British, put your hands together for my homeboy host. Come up to see Mr. Kyle Gillis, everybody. Come on.
Oh, man. Dedrick Flynn, everybody. That guy's a motherfucker. I like the Birkenstocks, though. Birkenstocks to a comedy show says one thing. Either I've never been to one or I am not afraid of what's going to happen. You are a man who either knows what he's getting into or is having a pleasant surprise right now. I like this, man. You guys are the fucking best. You two up top, what do you do for a living? You work as a receptionist, all right. I can tell by how well you're receiving the show. You're up front, you're attentive, you're focusing in. Little clues about people tell you what they can do with their job. This guy here, I can't tell you. Either deliver pizzas, you're an architect. The Birkenstock says, I've got everything or nothing. Wait, you're an architect? Jesus was an architect. Same shoes, same profession. All right, man. This next guy is very important to our organization, and he's got just a few things he needs to share with you. So if you could all please give a very warm welcome to your Vice President of Sales, Mr. Tatfish, everybody.
VP of Sales, how are you doing tonight? Sounds great. Guys, I'm here to give you some sales tips. I'm the VP of Sales, and I'm great at it. How are you guys doing? Sorry, I can't go off the clock. I got my Bluetooth in. I'm going to be taking a couple calls up here. I hope that's okay. You guys sound like you're doing great. Guys, you guys ready for some sales tips? Yeah, sales tip number 1, client relations. You want the clients to know that you're serious. I once held a gun to my daughter's head on her birthday just to sell 40 more units to Samsung. Guys, you do whatever it takes to gain a client's trust. You really do. You need to get that sale. I currently am spending each and every morning of my life following a potential client's children to school. Safe distance, couple feet back, teeth bared. You need to let them know that their dad may be in trouble if he doesn't go with Tatfish, VP of Sales. Call, hello? Sell it. I said sell it. I don't care. You're going to do this right now? I will fucking come to you and I will kill you. I don't care. Sell it. Sorry, guys, that was my wife. We just adopted a kid. I think the thing's busted. We got to send it back. She wanted to get a black one. Guys, are you still with me? My Bluetooth is barely with me. You guys think sales is easy? That's why you're trash. That's why you're fucking poor. That's why I'm wearing this life vest, because I drown in pussy, dude. Guys, big part of sales nobody talks about is rivals. You got rival salesmen out there. You got to keep tabs on them. You got to make sure they know you mean business, sales business. Sorry. Guys, sales. Which brings me to my next point. A little move I like to do is when you see someone out there picking up your sales, getting all your clients. If he's a man, you want to find out who his wife is. You want to creep into their house late at night. Nothing weird. You want to meet, it's a meet cute when you break into women's house. I don't know if you guys know that. You meet his wife and you fuck her and you impregnate her. You let him know who's boss. You let him know not to fuck with you, Tad Fish. He says, hey, can you please not fuck my wife? And I say, hey, give me a little bit more money in my pocket. You got a little less cum in your wife. Appreciate that, sir. You're doing a great job. You're going to be a great salesman one day. Hello? Julio. Yeah, no. I need 2 8-balls. Yeah, this guy's Jewish. He's crazy. You know them. Yeah, we're getting fucked up. Yeah, no, I need 2 girls. And if they are Japanese, I swear to God. Sorry, guys. Just taking calls up here. Guys, I'm getting to the end of my spiel here, but third most important sales technique. Not a lot of people know this. Witchcraft. The most important part of sales. What will take a good salesman and make him into a great salesman is an undying allegiance to the reverse dark god Fjarjan. Allegiance will be pledged in the form of a dead Norwegian teenager, killed with your bare hands and dropped headfirst into the one clean swimming pool in Flint, Michigan. You do this once a month, you will look like me. You will have all this. Oh, people laugh. But are they laughing when I'm fucking one of Donald Trump's daughters on a pile of dead immigrants? I don't think so. Yeah, you're not laughing now, are you? Because that wasn't funny. It's called improv. Improv is never funny. Thank you, guys. I'm Tad Fish.
Tad Fish, everybody. He once shot my son in the leg. Just point blank, thought he wouldn't do it, thought he was kidding. Do not fuck with Tad. Very afraid of him. He bit my dog on the ear because he was feeling kind of Tyson that day. That's what he told me. Do not trust him. This next guy is a good friend of mine I rode down with from Atlanta. I think you're going to love him to death, man. This guy's super fucking funny, and we're happy to have him here. Put your hands together for Clark Fransman, everybody.
Thank you. Hey, Tad Fish, everybody. Give it up. Give it up. The guy that hangs out at marinas and gives boat owners real estate advice. There he is. Here's my advice. Get some Coke on that boat. I'm just going to do somebody else's set. Hat store. What do we got? I could use a fucking hat. So you're probably going to hear a lot of like interview tips tonight, what to not do at a job interview. Here's something to not do. When your prospective employer asks you, what can you bring to this company? Don't say, more work for HR. Hey. And then definitely don't stick your tongue out at the female secretary. Don't do that either. Oh, man. I've had a lot of jobs, as most comics have, a lot of fucking odd jobs. My first, like, real big boy job after I got out of college was waiter at Steak and Shake. You guys ever big boy it up like that? $38 in tips a shift? Here we go. Oh, you fed 4 people for $20? Thanks for your $2. That job sucked. When the guy interviewed me, he sat me down and he looked at me and he said, Clark, why do you want to be a member of the Steak and Shake family? I was like, I don't know, man. I need fucking money. I don't know. That was the answer. What did he want me to say? I just love Steak and Shake. My dad's been bringing me every Sunday for fucking 10 years. I get the Frisco melt and the cheese fries. I just want to wear that little paper hat and a short sleeve white button up. Can I please? Mr. Kevin, can I please? being a waiter at Steak and Shake was kind of like being a whore in a Jewish neighborhood. Because, like, you're going to get a lot of business, all right? But you're never going to get a big tip. Ever. I will bury Max Fine. Oh, man. When I was working as a waiter at Steak and Shake, as a waiter at the old Steak and Shake, I dated a girl that was a waitress at Waffle House. And yeah, she was a little methy. Fine. A little, that's... You don't need... all right. That feels kind of like a modern-day Romeo and Juliet, doesn't it? A little modern-day Romeo and Juliet? Like, he was a waiter at Steak and Shake. And she was a waitress at Waffle House. But their love could not be scattered, covered, or smothered. Fucking beautiful. The next job I had after waiter at Steak and Shake was aerospace engineer. Huh? No training in between. Just, it's really good to be white and have white friends. Like, daddy's hiring, come on. Ooh, can I build some plane parts? Sweet. I built airplane parts for a year. The planes you're flying in, I had a part in it. And like, you can go to like a Steak and Shake waiter job, high out of your fucking mind, and nobody's day is ruined. Go to aerospace engineering high. I'm sorry, Malaysian Airlines. You shouldn't have contracted out to SMI Composites. That was my bad. My name is on a sheet somewhere. All right, what's next? Balloon animals. All right. I work at a failing small business now, which I know that because they let me get drunk there every day. They're like, the paycheck's probably not going to clear, so go ahead, have some fucking beers. I don't... Drink up, dude. Oh, man. It's fun. I don't have any money. You guys have money at all?
No.
How much is no? When you say you don't have any money, how much money do you have right now? Right now.
Nada.
Nothing?
Nada.
Nado?
Nada.
Not what the? Where are we? Are we in the French Riviera? What is nada? Oh man, I have no money, and and it's inhibited the old dating thing. Girls my age, we have some money. That's fine. So I've started settling. Started just hooking up with big girls, which is fine. I love it. I love a good big girl. I'm like the opposite of Shallow Hal. I looked in the mirror. I was like, well, you can't do any better. Here we go. Eat your fucking... I just hate when like a big girl like lies to me. Just like I'll text her and be like, hey, what are you doing right now? And she's like, oh, nothing. Just got back from the gym. Come on. Come on. That's not... We feel safe. I don't do the same thing to you. I don't lie to you like that. Like, hey, what are you doing right now? Oh, nothing. Just got back from the bank. This week's deposit was a little bigger. I've fucked up some people's days at work. I've just been the asshole in your establishment so many fucking times. One time, I was at math tutoring, that old establishment. I was at math tutoring in 9th grade. And real quick preface, I love to get fucked up. And I always have. Since 8th, 9th grade. And the way I used to get fucked up back then was play the choking game. Anybody else? If you don't know, the choking game, it's a game where you sit down and you hyperventilate, you hold your breath, and then a friend chokes you. And then you lose all the oxygen in your brain and you pass out for a second. And you wake up going, fuck, I'm never gonna graduate. So I loved playing this game. I loved it. I would do it all the time. I would do it by myself. like constantly by myself. And like, so one day I'm at math tutoring and I got all these goddamn numbers flying around. I'm a little on edge. Go to the bathroom, take the old edge off. Play the choking game by myself, you know? And like when you play this game, there's supposed to be like a spotter or at least a mattress. I was in the bathroom of Mathnasium. That's where I got tutored, Mathnasium. In the bathroom, I'm sitting down on the toilet. I got my pants down like I'm trying to trick somebody into think I'm taking a shit. Oh, well, if I don't have my pants down, then I'm in here getting fucking high. So I sit down on the toilet. I hyperventilate. I hold my breath. I stand up. All the blood rushes to my head. I pass out. I wake up, who knows how much later, just in a pool of blood. Just on a hard fucking linoleum floor pool of blood. I do a little Nancy Drew detective work. Look up the wall, and there is the blood splatter where my face initially made contact. And then there is the handicap bar that knocked my braces off the front of my teeth and through my lip. And then there is, of course, the final pool of blood. And I had to go back out into that math tutoring place. Like, guys, what a poop. What? We gotta call my mom. All right, Wormhole, y'all been fun. Enjoy the rest of the show. Give it up.
Clark Fransman, everybody. So you were in a relationship with a Waffle House waitress while you worked at Steak and Shake? Did they ever get on you about that? I worked at a Wendy's for like a year, and I was playing this game called How Many Other Wendy's Employees Can You Fuck? And they wouldn't shut up about that. It was, you think they would have given you a little more shit for that. 2.5 was the answer, 2.5. There wasn't like a stump that worked there. There was like, one of the managers was like, no, I was like, definitely not. I count that as a half. I don't know, it was a clean place. We passed all our health inspections with grades that would have made me proud in college, so B's and C's. Whatever a place that serves you chili through your car window deserves is what we got. That's oh, Jesus, no. What is this? Well, what seems to be the issue?
What seems to be the issue, he says. Where do you want to start? How about all those rat feces and the jokes you've been telling?
I swear they're USDA organic. We use American rats.
Also, I don't see anybody wearing non-slip shoes in here at all. No
I s-
non-slip shoes that I see. Everybody's very, very in danger right now. All right?
But what if we don't run or splash?
Oh, you think you can just choose to not run or splash? That's real funny, pal. That's real funny. You know what? I'm going to shut this whole thing down. Everything in here gets an F.
What?
Everything in here gets an F.
Hold on, is there anything we can do? Like like with your dick or something?
Well, if you want to give me like 5 good minutes of stand-up time, I might be able to.
Oh, well, yeah. Thought I was gonna have to touch your weird dick. You,
a long time. I was going to touch my dick in a very
3 minutes? You want to give 3 minutes to the health inspector? Yeah.
She doesn't get to guess. Participant here, man. You're not running the show.
Well, be grateful she said minutes and not inches.
We'll talk about my dick later.
Well, yeah, you were doing stand-up. I assume that was what was following directly after this. All right, ladies and gentlemen, I know you're as excited as I am to hear from your next performer, the health inspector.
Y'all think it's real funny to talk about my dick, huh? Is that what's funny? That's what's funny?
Absolutely.
And to talk about my dick, I tell you something about my dick. I have unsnaked more clogged drains with my dick than you guys know. All right? No one gets to get up here and tell me how small my dick is. I am a proud man from New York City, okay? I have a long dick and I'm very proud of it. I also happen to be running for the presidency of the United States. That's a little joke. That's what we're gonna do here. Is everyone feeling okay? I know this is hard for Kyle. I've done this for the last 4 shows he's done, where I shut down the show, but I need to make sure I get my reps in as a stand-up comic. Thank you. I've been featured at a lot of the largest open mics in the city of Atlanta, which I believe counts as a credit.
How big are they?
What? How big are the what? Are we still talking about my dick? The open mics? Oh, I'll tell you about the open mics in Atlanta, sweetie, okay?
You look like Mark Wahlberg.
Donnie, go wait in the fucking car, okay? No, nobody talk to fucking Donnie, my driver. You go wait in the fucking car. That's what you do. I was in Transformers 4, buddy, all right? It's a little character work I like to call Mark Wahlberg. It's honestly very flattering he would call me Mark Wahlberg, but not when I'm supposed to be talking about other stuff. I think I look more like Fat Tom Hanks. What do you guys think? I look like Tom Hanks, who got, he was a castaway on a lonely island, but he had a tank full of food. All the food you could possibly ask for. I'm supposed to talk a lot about me being a health inspector, but we've got a little off topic. Let's go back to that. I actually, technically, am no longer a health inspector. I just do this because I'm passionate about it. No, I got fired. I got fired not that long ago. I got fired. I gave a passing score to an Arby's. You have to think to yourself, how much roast beef does it cost to sacrifice your dignity? It's 1 double cheddar. That's all it is. It's 1 double cheddar. So technically, I'm no longer a health inspector for the state of Florida or Georgia or whatever state I am in right now. I don't really know, but I will let you know right now that the Wormhole is a very famous spot amongst health inspectors. This is a bit like our Mecca. Everyone travels here eventually. Everyone does. It's hard being a health inspector. No one wants to be a health inspector growing up. I knew I wanted to be a health inspector, just like we all get into the business. Health inspectors killed my parents. So I decided to become what I fear, like Batman. You know that famous story about Batman's parents? They were picked up by a swarm of bats and taken off the side of a cliff and let go. Nobody knows that because no one reads fucking comic books anymore. No one does. That's why I became a health inspector. I'll never forget the first time I health inspected a place. It was 9/11. I came into a place, I said, excuse me, we're under health inspection. They said, you gotta get out of here. Something real bad's going on downtown. And I said, no, I've heard that before. I gave them the failing grade, too much dust. There's way too much dust. I don't know where to go from here. Where does one go after being a health inspector for 25 years? You may be saying, hey, Chuck, you look like you're 25 years old. I can assure you I have Benjamin Button's disease. I'm actually 67. And I appreciate the compliment, okay? I appreciate it quite a bit. So I'm gonna move until my next career as a stand-up comic. Would you guys like to hear some stand-up comedy jokes? Yeah! That'd probably be a nice change of pace on the show, huh? So, what do you guys think about this new pop star, Sia, huh? She's got so much hair on her face, you can't really see her what she looks like in the mirror. You guys are not getting better than this, okay? This is it. This is the creme de la creme of the jokes. Before I leave, I promised myself that I would do some good, so I'm gonna health inspect someone's relationship. Does anyone have a dirty relationship? I'm not gonna even take any sort of like hand raises. I'm just gonna go to this couple over here. Sorry, do you guys have a dirty relationship?
No.
Let me teach you the first rule of improv, sweetheart. Always. It is always yes and. Let me ask that question again. Do you or do you not have a dirty relationship?
Yes.
Thank you very much for playing. First things first, sir, do you use a condom?
Absolutely not.
Well, it seems like we have our first problem then. You don't use a condom, you know how dirty that is?
Yeah.
And that gets you off?
It drains my balls, yes.
No, that's not a problem, sir. Drains my balls. Not the first time I've heard that phrase in the wormhole. They're gonna be fine. I'm gonna leave you guys with this joke that I wrote. It's very hard being a health inspector. You have to go around to a lot of places where people like to eat, and you have to shut them down. How embarrassed was I when I had to put a business closed down sign on my wife's pussy? That's it for me, you guys. Everybody wash their hands. Everybody wash their hands. I'm watching.
One more time for the health inspector, everybody. He's a very stern man. He once got me fired from a bar and grill because he saw me drinking from the hose outside. He would not. I told him it was pinky out, so it was classy. He wasn't taking it. This is how the queen drinks from the hose. All right. Next comic coming to the stage. If I can have your full and undivided attention like those cell phones you kids love so goddamn much. If you can keep your table tatted to a minimum, I'm looking at you, architect. How about you construct a soundproof booth for your table if you're so good at architecture? I'm roasting. How about you do it, shut the fuck up, because I haven't learned what your job is yet to make a pun about it. I'm roasting. I know you guys. You should know not to talk. Dedrick, you're on the show. You're asking about the show? Why don't you? I'm probably going to answer the question in like a second. Oh, my bad. What is your question? I can answer the question about the show. I fucking created it.
So what exactly is the meaning of the show? Where are you guys going with it? What's the end game?
Have you like watched a comedy show like ever?
Never in my life. This is my first one.
Okay, well there's first of all this like very one-sided thing where I selfishly get to talk and you've got to shut up even if it feels like you shouldn't. That's like the hardest part of comedy. And I feel like I'm going to have to live this down later because we're going to go do Blow after this. I'm going to be more of an asshole because I'm going to be on Blow.
I don't do drugs.
Yeah, and I don't do drugs. Sure, okay. If we're living in make-believe town, we can just ride home on your dragon. Oh, we're going to go do Blow in the gumdrop forest where fake things are real. No, thank you. No, thank you. This is for real. The point of the show is that I like it Some people like it, and it's even easier to enjoy it if you just listen to it happening instead of questioning it all the time. That's the meaning of life in general, dude. I didn't expect to get philosophical, but sometimes you can just eat a hamburger for the taste of it and not worry about the calories. You know what I'm saying?
Thank you. Oh my God.
That's why I eat hamburgers every night, and I shit like a waterfall.
I wish I could.
I feel like there's cause and effect logic there. Okay. This next guy coming to the stage deserved a better introduction, but I needed to shut some of you guys up in the meantime. He's a local, and he deserves your undivided attention, and I think you're going to love him. Put your hands together for Mike McGuire, everybody.
Wormhole. To answer the question, it's a show where we talk about jobs. I am not a sales manager. I'm not a health inspector.
Okay.
I'm a comedian with a job which is supposedly rare, I guess. I'm a concierge at a hotel, which sucks. Ah, it's the worst. Like, I don't know if any of you work at hotels. Anyone here? Yeah. No, you don't work at hotels. You stay at hotels, and when you stay at hotels, you lose your goddamn minds. And I know this because I used to work in fucking housekeeping. I walked in a room, there was a condom, a used condom, sitting over a lit light bulb. Do you know what it smells like when you have protected sex with a fucking easy bake oven? I do. But no, I'm a concierge, and honestly, like, it sucks because tourists are fucking dumb. Like, I mean, like, do we have Savannah locals here? Yeah? Most haunted city. I swear to God, this isn't even a joke. This is just true. This is just true. I had a woman walk up to me, sit down across from me at my desk, and look at me in my eyes like we were going to have an adult conversation. And she asked me, so are there any ghost tours around here where you can actually see the ghosts, where like they come out and they talk to you? I want to know what this bitch thought Savannah was. Like, did she think it was like Hogwarts, where like a ghost is gonna come through the wall of the wormhole, and all the locals are like, oh yeah, it's Jim, and all the tourists are like, ghost? No. Also, I know this is being taped and shit, I will say this, just in case J.K. Rowling ever sees this set, which I hope she does. Bitch, I know what you're doing. J.K. Rowling wrote a book that was almost the perfect allegory for World War II. You had Wizard Hitler and his wizard Nazis that were trying to kill all the Muggles, Jews. And then you had the Allies that were trying to fight him and shit like that. It was almost perfect. But then she decided she wanted to have a group of creatures that could be described as controlling the banks. Beady eyes, large noses, very greedy. The goblins, Jews. Like, the only way that could be more obvious is like if the first movie Harry walked into the bank and one of the goblins was like, hello, Mr. Potter. Sorry about that. I had a little bit of schmeg in my throat. So, do you have the key to your... oh, I'm sorry. Does anyone else feel... Is it drafty in here? It's a little drafty, right? Built in 1875 BC. You'd think they'd renovate it at some point, but no. It's so drafty, it feels almost like an overdraft. A little bit of banking humor for you. It was ridiculous. I know what you're doing, J.K. Rowling. So anyways, I looked at her and I was like, nah, there's no tours like that. There's a ghost tours, guys. It's a callback. It's how comedy. But I'm moving to Atlanta. I'm getting a new job, going up there and doing other shit. Thank you, guys. Thank you. I appreciate that. I got a job not on purpose the last time I was in Atlanta. I'll tell you what happened. So I'm a big hip hop fan. I like hip hop a lot. I like hip hop enough that like I know rappers' real names. And so I was in Atlanta and I met Big Boy from Outkast, like in Atlanta, and I was like, oh shit, Antoine Patton Jr., what's up, man? But I didn't say that though, because like I wear a tie and shit, like I'm respectful. So I walked up to him and was like, oh, Mr. Patton, how are you? And the thing is, like, if you're a white dude that dresses like this and you call a rapper by his last name, they just assume you work for them. He was like, oh, actually, I will say, and the cool thing is, if you don't correct them, you just got a new fucking job. He was like, oh, are you the dude that's supposed to look over my accounts and shit like that? And I was like, yeah. And he was like, all right, well, cool. Let me tell you what. I'm going on a break. We're going to go to lunch real quick. How about we make this a work lunch? You come with me. How do you feel about sushi? And I was like, yeah, man, that's cool. So he gets his car out of valet because you know big boy uses valet. And he pulls up, I get in his car, and I thought it was kind of fucked up. He was listening to Future, and he changed it to REO Speedwagon. And I was like, you're making a lot of assumptions now. And that was... You're making a lot of assumptions right now. That was fun. Anyways, so we're driving, and like I wanted to say something, but at the same time, like I had never been an accountant before, and I didn't know if accountants only listen to REO Speedwagon. So I was like, you know what? I'm gonna let it ride. I'm not gonna fucking like blow myself out right now. So we get to the restaurant, and like we're eating, man. We're just hanging out. We're eating. We finish the meal, and then this motherfucker pulls out some folders, and I was like, oh shit, I'm on the clock now. This is not gonna go well, because I'm not a fucking accountant, wormhole. So he opens it up and he was like, listen, man, I was thinking about a couple things. I was thinking I might want to liquidate my holdings in gold. Right now we're on an 8-month high in our gold holdings. I've been following the market really closely. I feel like it's about to take a turnaround, about to just take a real big dip, and I don't want to take a bath on investment. What do you think? And I was like, yeah, man, you should liquefy your gold, but don't take a bath in it because you'll get burned. And he was like, you don't know shit about accounting. And I was like, yeah, that's fucking true, man. Yeah, I don't. He was like, how the fuck did you get this job? I was like, man, I don't know, racism, white privilege. Like, I was just walking down the street. I said hi. You saw I was wearing a tie. Next thing I knew, it was sushi time. Don't get mad at me, because I am just this fucking fresh and so clean. And he was like, shut the fuck up! Get out! Don't quote Outcast at Outcast. They hate that shit. Future reference. That's good. But no, I wasn't always a concierge. I used to be a night auditor. And being a night auditor is... Like, I mean, it was cool. Like, I would just be in, like, this hotel alone. Everyone was asleep and shit. And, I started dating this girl while I was a night auditor. And she came over, and she was like, yo, like, no one's up. Come on. Let's go. And I was like, yeah, fuck yeah. Yeah, that's right. Hell yeah. Yeah. And so we started becoming intimate. And then this bitch looked me in my face and told me more. Nah. That's not gonna happen. I'm just saying, like, ladies, I will say this to you. If you're ever with a woman, or I'm sorry, no, lady, if you're ever with a woman, good for you. Ladies, if you're ever with a man, don't ever tell him more or deeper, because that's fucking mean. All right? You're getting what God saw fit to give him. There is no dude in this world that's like talking to some girl and he's like, you know what? I think I'm gonna give her half of it tonight, switch things up, see how that goes. No. Like, men with sex are like Republicans with offshore drilling. We're gonna go as deep as we possibly can until someone tells us to stop or we run out of fucking pipe. I'm Mike McGuire. Have a good night.
Here's this one. There we go. Comics, I forgot to warn y'all. They warned me, and I was like, cool, I'm going to tell them, and then I didn't. If you mess with the bottom of the mic, that's the battery, and it will lead unto destruction, I swear. I seen it. You see it happen. It happened to me. It could happen. Well, not you, because you're not a comic, but it could happen to him, because he's next. All right. This next guy coming to the stage is another Savannah local. I cannot wait to see what he brings us to this show, everybody. Put your hands together for the one and only Wrath Nasty, everybody. Yeah.
I'm supposed to tell you about my job. When I was a kid, my grandfather said, to find the perfect job, you have to find the thing you do the best, and then find someone to pay you to do it. The only thing I do really well is grow a beard. I have not found a way to get paid for it yet. I do know they'll pay me not to shave it off, because I'm the creepiest looking person on the planet. There's a reason I have hair there. Last Halloween, I thought it'd be funny, and I shaved the beard, and I scared everybody. Absolutely everybody. I looked like I was responsible for all of the rapes. All of the rapes. The men, the women, the goats. I had to avoid the cops for 3 months until I got enough stubble to not be a person of interest. So growing the beard is all I'm really good at. And I've never had a regular job. All of my jobs have been entertainment jobs. I was a professional wrestler. I was in a band for 20 years. And now I do this. The funniest thing that ever happened out on the road with my band is we were going to a big club in Cincinnati. It was a little bigger than a club. It was like an amphitheater, but it was called like Larry's. So it was a club, and this is back in the days of MySpace, where people would look into bands they liked, and then they would say, hey, I'm going to come to your show. And you would basically just say, well, thank you. I'm glad you're coming to the show. I hope you enjoy the show. But I got a really weird message from a young lady saying, I'm so glad you're coming to Larry's. It's in my town, and I would like you to hire me to perform with your band. I am Cincinnati's biggest hype woman. I didn't know what that was. I had seen Flavor Flav, but I just figured he was a cartoon. I didn't really know what that was. So she wrote me another message which had video of what she did. And this woman, I don't know the PC terms on, she was a midget. She's a midget, and what she did was she dresses up like the lead singer of the band, and she comes out and she dances around the singer to whatever kind of music you're going to play. And I thought this was amazing. She said, for $25, I will dress up like your lead singer, and I will dance for the whole show. For $50, during the last song, I will take my shirt off, and I will dance around topless around your lead singer, while still kind of dressed like your lead singer. And that's me. I have to see this. I have to. I don't care if the money comes out of my pocket. I have to see this. So I sent her a picture of me, and we get to Larry's, and she shows up, and she looks just like me, except she's this tall, and she's a woman, but she still managed. She's wearing pajamas, she's got a dark t-shirt on, and she had gotten some of this stage stuff, and she had glued a great big beard to her face. And she looked a lot like me. And we had a great show. What we didn't know is she has fans. And she told them they were doing the show. So we sold out. We made more money than we had any. Thank you for applauding a show I did 17 years ago. When I visit my bass player's grave, I'll let him know you enjoyed the story of the greatest performance we ever did. So we made so much money. I figure she deserves more than $50 for an amazing topless performance. So we're back in the tour bus, and I'm talking to her, and she mentions being paid, and I decide to give her, instead of $50, $100. And she looked at me and she said, oh, I guess you heard about the gold package. I had not heard about the gold package. I had to ask. I'm like, oh yeah, the gold package, and that was again? Well, I guess I can spend the night with you here in the bus. That was not what I was going for. But like you, I have a bucket list. And a lot of things are about to be checked off that bucket list. Such as having sex on the tour bus, having sex with a midget, and because the glue was too good and we couldn't get the beard off, I also got to check off being blown by a member of ZZ Top. So I'm not in a band anymore because I'm getting old. I run karaoke. And that's exactly the amount of applause that deserves when somebody tells you that they run karaoke. Last Christmas Eve, they asked me to work Christmas Eve, and there's nobody's going to be in the bar. I said, we need entertainment in the bar on Christmas Eve. And since I look like a pre-Santa, like I'm getting ready to be Santa, I guess I can perform for you for Christmas Eve. 6 women came into the bar. 3 different couples. There was a couple of young girls, like, you know, the woo girls, the happy girls, and the woo girls. They're sitting on one end of the bar. Then we have 2 girls. They're not girls. They're middle-aged nurses, and they're in their scrubs, and they're getting a drink before they have to go back on duty on Christmas Eve, and they're sitting in the middle of the bar. And then on this end of the bar, closest to me, is a married lesbian couple. And they both look exactly like me. And they're sitting here by themselves. These are not women looking for men. They're just looking to have a little drink, hear a song on Christmas Eve. That's when a couple of military guys came in. One was a very tall white man. One was a very short Pakistani man. And they were getting laid no matter what. They had a mission to accomplish, and they were going to do it. And they went and they talked to the woo girls. They bought the woo girls some drinks. They're really getting in there. And then I saw the girls just shake their head. No, this isn't going to happen. And the guys were disappointed. But they weren't out yet. They go over to the nurses. And they got a plan for the nurses. They take their shirts off. They take their shirts off, and they pose, and they flex, and they show the guns. And the nurses go, no, we don't want that either. Are they done? Are they going to go home and jerk each other off yet? No! They're going to pick up the 2 most butch women on the planet. They have a plan. They take off their shirts. They take off their pants. And they're flexing, and they're showing the muscles, and they're working the glutes, and they're working the glutes. And it's not working at all. Now, while all of this is happening, I'm on stage. I'm singing Kiss from a Rose by the Seal. I'm not really caring that they're not getting any. I'm going to finish my seal. So the big guy says to the little guy, I got this. He stands back and screams the words, Dirty Dancing! And the little guy goes running across the floor, jumps up, and the big guy holds him up over his head. They have never done this before because the big guy did not know how much the little guy weighed. Because once he got him up there, now he's going like this, and he's going back and forth, and he's trying to keep him up. And the little guy's shorts come down, and I get slapped across the face by this man's ass. I didn't even get to finish my seal. I go down like a ton of bricks. The bartenders come out and say, you guys have to leave. The big guy came over to me and says, please, don't make him throw us out. I love you, man. You're my favorite. Now, I had just been the seal, but he's turned me into Tina Turner because I'm like, I don't care that you love me. Every time you love me, I get hurt. And I would love to say that I slept with the 2 woo girls because if I had, I could finish this joke by saying, I had the time of my life, but that didn't happen. I'm Wrath Nasty, and thank you for coming out.
Oh, Wrath Nasty, everybody. Oh, man. You guys are fucking great. I love that you're hanging around with us. Something about that story, it's the shittiest people are in bars on Christmas Eve. I'm convinced, ready to start fights. I had 2 men threaten to kill me last Christmas Eve because I bombed so hard. I don't perform on the holidays anymore. It's not worth it. I might not even get to open presents the next morning if I pick a fight. Nope. I told a joke that apparently was so unfunny it made me a faggot, and these 2 men had to let me know before they forget. They could have just wrote that down and told me after the set. Put it in a little complaint box, but no. No, that was very pressing. You guys have been fantastic. I fucking love Savannah. This has been so much fun. You guys ready for your final performer tonight? Yeah! All right, cool. This guy's a good friend of mine up in Atlanta. He gave me a ride down here. He's one of your own. Come back. The prodigal son returned. Put your hands together for my friend and yours. Ladies and gentlemen, Evan Rollins. Yeah. Make some noise, you fucking animals. Evan Rollins.
Hello. Good to be here. I drove here from Atlanta earlier today. This is the end of the shift, by the way. This is the end of the show. This is where we wind down. You know, this is where our bones hurt, and we're looking to get cut, and we don't have overtime in the budget. This is where we're all just kind of relaxing. This is all right. Let's wind down together. Drove here from Atlanta. I just had my first 4th of July up there. And man, they love fireworks. I did not. So many. Stepped out of my apartment. There was so much smoke in the air. I thought, like, oh my God, William T. Sherman is back. We're in Savannah. There's a square named after Oglethorpe. You're gonna pretend like you don't know Georgia history in front of me right now? Don't remember 8th grade at all. That's fine. That's okay. Used to live in Statesboro. Ugh is the right answer. Yeah. Ugh. Gross. That's cesspool. I worked there. I had a job at a La Quinta, which is kind of like the Waffle House of hotels. And it was difficult working in a place in Bullitt County, which is a dry county, because you can't sell liquor there. People coming in from out of states don't even know that that's still a thing. They think the prohibition ended in 1938. Rightfully so. It's really hard to break it to somebody, man. I remember I had this one guy from Pennsylvania specifically. He was like, "Hey, man, my wife just got a big promotion at work. We're looking to buy some Grey Goose, kind of celebrate." I was like, "Oh man, like this is so embarrassing. You're under citizen's arrest. Get on the fucking ground." Get on the fucking ground, spread them cheeks, boy, make that brown eye wink for Papa. From Pennsylvania, call me Daddy Sandusky, we can role play. I don't know. Well, I was Italian for that. Oh, man. Moved up to Atlanta. First job I had in Atlanta, I was a waitress. Unfamiliar with the area entirely. I moved to South Side. Had a job on North Side. If you don't know, that drive is anywhere from 45 minutes to a big fucking question mark. Just Google Maps going, guess. I don't know, mate. Siri letting me down. I was about a week into the job when I called my boss and said, "Hey man, I'm gonna be late. My car broke down." He says, "Don't worry, we'll have a chat when you get here." I'm like, all right, cool. This is going pretty fucking good. This is all right. He tells me a lady left a bad Yelp review about my job as a server and that I'm being let go from a bad Yelp review. That's a crazy fucking thing that can even happen, man. Just like you want to know the source of true evil. It's like a blonde, middle-aged woman with highlights that didn't get her skinny ginger margarita on time. Like, she will wreak havoc upon... As any good disgruntled employee would do, I wrote like a Yelp review myself for the restaurant. You guys want to hear it? You guys, I have it here. Yeah. All right, cool. Marlowe's. This place was called Marlowe's. I wrote, Marlowe's customer service is unparalleled. Any mentioning of dilly-dallying or ballyhoo from a respected guest, and an employee is tossed out on the street and left to fend for themselves against predatory landlords and the perils of choosing between food and shelter in a newfound area. Try the fish tacos with a small Caesar paired with the house white wine for a treat that's heavy on the memory and light on the hips. Change the house music, 3.5 out of 5 stars. That's not bad. That's still passing. Oh man, I just got a crazy notification here. Someone's actually written a Yelp review about this show. Whoa! Let's check out what they said. Kyle Gillis, your host Kyle Gillis. Give it up for Kyle Gillis. He does such an excellent job tonight. Oh, this is disgusting. They said, how do you molest children from way up there? That's not nice. That isn't nice at all. Kyle, you're so tall, Drake just could have sat on your shoulders for the views from the 6 cover art. That's probably true, yeah. I don't know how they knew you were Canadian. They did some research. He's not. All right. Dedrick was fantastic, but my ears hurt. That's fair. I don't. The VP of sales. It says no VP of anything has had hair that long since Carly Fiorina. That's specific. That's not nice. This isn't from a good person. A good person didn't write this. She's okay. The health inspector. The health inspector. Funny but unapproachable because he's too handsome. Will, did you write this? Did you? Sick son of a bitch. Mike, it says, I don't even know what this means. It says, I bet that guy's pipe runs out pretty goddamn soon. That's mean. That's mean. That's mean. All right. Says Wrath was great. Wow, yeah, no, I agree. Yeah. That's, wow. 3 out of 5 stars. That's a C. Keep it going for all the comedians you've seen tonight, guys. Thank you so much for coming out. Keep it going for your host one more time.
Oh, Evan Rollins, everybody. This has been fantastic. Up here. Daddy's taking a sip. It's a little taste. That was awful. Now I remember why I don't drink Red Bull. It tastes fucking weird, man. It tastes weird. You guys have been fantastic. I tell you, this has been one of the best iterations of the show we've ever done. I am so fucking happy to be here. You have no idea. I started this show in an airplane hangar in East Atlanta with no sign on the door. And people would call me from down the block and say, how do I know I'm at the hangar? Does it have a sign? I said, no, just look for a place that aptly describes. And they made it. We made it all the way here, man. I'm fucking thrilled. Make sure Come back here. They got comedy shows like every fucking week. I'm going to be back here in October. October 1st, come see me with my friend Matt Broussard. You're going to love it. It's going to be fucking great. Tip your bartenders. Be decent human beings. They're working hard here. They're working. I'm working, but mostly they're working. So tip them. Please, ladies, if that pussy wet and lonely, fuck my friends. I'm committed in a loving, long-term relationship. Please fuck my friends. They don't have that. They are yeah. Just each and every one of them, if you like their set, let them know with your pussy. It's okay for me to say that because it's a suggestion and not a command. You cannot do that, and I would feel the same because it's not me. This has nothing to do with me. I'm good. You guys have a good night. Drive safe. Stay out of trouble. Download Pokemon Go. It's very confusing. I haven't figured out how to work it, but I know there's a lick of tongue over that way if you know what I'm talking about. You guys have a good night. Thank you.